It's a
it's very pretty.
Green stone.
Gemmy mineral kind of a stone.
Well, of course it was. It was a Sailor Moon.
Yeah.
They were all named after rocks.
They were all named after rocks, actually.
They were named after
in
planets.
that season.
Their enemies were named after rocks.
I said villain.
Oh, I didn't hear you. Sorry.
However, in your Book of the Dead,
I look up malachite.
you look up malachite.
All right.
You know what malachite does to your people?
What?
Makes them very unhappy when they're dead. They cannot be buried in malachite,
Who
Or
the fuck
else
would do
what?
this?
or else their souls are not at rest.
They can't
So,
pass on.
Yes. Who
So
wants
is
to
he
roll
one
a
of-
look in the sarcophagus?
I'll look.
Yeah, let's do this.
Go for it.
I rolled an 18.
Very nice.
I roll
I
a
I
successfully
will
looked
look
14.
as well.
in the sarcophagus. Now,
17.
we can play the end part of Crusaders of the Lost.
Raiders of the Lost Ark.
Raiders of the Lost Ark.
Where
Yes.
everyone looks into it and everyone gets the melty face.
Yep, and
I've
I
also
hope
never
that
seen this movie.
Everybody enjoyed
Indiana Jones.
the campaign. It was lovely.
Right?
Everyone's face melts off except for the
Except for me.
because he didn't look in the thing.
Because I went out to smoke.
He went out and took a smoke instead. I hope you all enjoyed the campaign. You're all dead? No.
That was the best ending to a movie ever.
It really
So.
was. It really was.
That was literally Deus Ex.
Oh, by the way,
Deus Ex.
spoilers.
It's a 30-year-old movie.
Yeah, if the
I've,
movie's older than you, I don't care.
I've never seen it.
Yeah. Well,
Okay.
it's older than you, and I'm sorry.
That's true.
Well, then I have some unfortunate news
going?
about Darth Vader.
We still love you, though. We do.
Actually, that's a great movie to watch, even though you know people's faces melt at some point.
Okay.
So if you
Still
want to
not.
do movie night,
Watching melting faces is still entertaining.
It's
It's
a
very-
solid movie. Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah, it's entertaining. It's very entertaining. I have copies of all of them, except for the shitty one, which we don't talk about because it didn't actually happen.
Adventures in Archaeology.
Obviously, you're talking about the second one.
Yes. Yeah, we don't talk
No one
about
likes
the
Short
second-
Round.
Yeah, no one likes short round.
was the Temple of Doom the second one? I thought it was the
Yes.
third one.
Yeah,
I don't actually.
that's the second
I
one.
kind of like Temple of Doom. That was the
Mhm.
only one I had.
It was kind of dumb, but also fun.
If that was the only one you had, that's acceptable, right? Because, that's acceptable. But if you have the other three,
Yeah.
it's different.
Yeah.
Okay.
Are those the Indiana Jones movies?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay, yeah. I think I might have seen one of them.
Okay.
The Shia LaBeouf one doesn't count.
No, I
That's
definitely
not a
have.
movie.
I've-
That's not
It's
a
not a
movie.
movie.
That's not a movie.
I definitely have not seen that one.
That's not a movie.
Nope.
Weird CGI animals for no reason.
Right? Alright, so when the three of you look inside, you do all see bones.
Okay. Are they human bones?
Are they?
They're probably not human bones. They're probably elven bones.
Yes, they are.
Okay. Well, I want to ask if they're humanoid or if I'm looking at like dragon bones or something.
No, they're humanoid bones, but the skulls very much resemble the specifically the wood elves from your guys' world.
Oh. See, now when I saw that the malachite and saw the symbol on there, I was thinking that he was from our world and that he was being tormented after death because he was an asshole. But if there's other bones in here, then maybe he was tormenting your people after death because he's an
We
asshole.
probably shouldn't have opened this.
Well, let's give the bones a proper burial.
Oh, we shouldn't have opened this. So that symbol was them, represented them sealing away the old gods. And
Or he was doing something on behalf of the old gods.
Or he was using the old gods as power. I don't think that your people are the old gods. You don't look fishy enough.
the gold dragon,
Uh-huh.
the symbol, I wrote it down.
Mm-hmm.
This symbol that's on this tomb
Mm-hmm.
symbolizes the gold dragon and the Prince of Shadows working together to attempt to keep
Is that,
the old gods out of this world.
The symbol.
Did I write that down correctly?
No. The symbol itself.
I asked you to repeat it, and I wrote it down as you repeated it. Even
When Hudson was working with the Prince of Shadows and exploring the temple of the Golden Worm, that symbol represents the old gods that the dragon was fighting against, in addition to the demons.
There's a symbol of the old gods on this sarcophagus.
Oh, so there's the symbol of an old god who was fighting against the Golden Worm
Yes.
at some point?
Yes.
Okay. And
So-
I know that we're not sure if the Golden Worm is on our side or not.
I think we were sure.
We were leaning. He was on
Yeah,
our side.
I lean towards yeah.
So
Based on
But-
based on the information you guys know about the Golden Worm, and even though the Golden Worm has talked directly with Randall Flagg a couple different times, which you are aware of, he has not actively, or it, I should say it as opposed to he, has not actively worked with Randall Flagg, and appears to be working directly against him.
So I would-
Okay, but we have also found that the icons that we think should be working with us are in fact not, and the opposite is in fact true. So, okay, alright. I just wanted to, mentally prepare for what we might be opening up here.
well,
This
thing
literal
that-
can
hold
of
on,
bones.
the thing-
I'm the player. I was-
I know. Hang on just a second. Just a second. The thing to remember when you're talking about the icons and who they're working against, the ones who are quote unquote good, and not because I'm trying to flip them to be bad. My thought process specifically is that they are working towards a greater good without the separation of the worlds. Now, when that happens, the selfish icons could potentially be destroyed, and they don't want that. The good icons are happy for allowing it to happen with the hopes that they still survive.
Okay, so there were good and bad icons. Some of them ended up being swayed by Randall Flagg, and others didn't. The ones that didn't were killed.
Right.
So there were good ones like the Druid and the Elven Princess, the Queen, that were good, that were killed by Randall because they refused to side with him. So the only reason that we think that the Golden Dragon was both refused and didn't side is because he is too powerful and too useful to immediately remove.
That's fair. Okay.
I had also gotten a vision from the Golden Dragon at one point, which sent me to help you guys.
That's true. Okay. Yeah, I had forgotten that. Okay, I just
forgot
wanted to
about it until just
I
recently.
just wanted to get the lore
Yeah.
straight in my head before we
Yeah.
face whoever this is. Okay.
So we don't know who is in here.
Right.
But just because a symbol is on the door does not necessarily mean that the symbol represents the bodies. It could just be the symbol of the evil dude who works for these evil gods. And then he is tormenting these people and not allowing their souls to rest. So they could be victims of this god, not servitors of it. We don't know. They could be
Okay.
servitors. But we honestly, we have no idea what their relation to the symbol is.
Okay.
Either way, we probably want to break this up, because if this is a ritual, not good things are happening.
Yeah.
So yeah, you know dead rights. That's
All right, I'll go ahead and well, I don't know her people's rights. I know
We
general
probably
rights.
should have looked up rights to actually put the body to rest before we opened this sarcophagus.
I thought we thought it was going to be empty because we thought it was his sarcophagus
That's
Yeah.
also fair. Yeah.
It is his sarcophagus.
with other people's bodies in it.
so. Anyway,
Okay.
So
So is there anything in the book about writing this injustice?
Oh yeah. The book lays out exactly how to properly lay her people to rest,
Okay.
and also how not to. And this is how not to.
all right, well, let's do the properly laying them to rest bit.
Wonderful.
Okay.
So you properly follow the instructions in the book. You dig the graves in the ground as you're supposed to, And you do your best to make sure you have one person per grave as opposed to a mass grave. To be fair, it is a little hard to do because some of the bones are pretty old.
Right.
You do your best, and then you say the appropriate prayers. You specifically have to say the appropriate prayers over them, and then they're laid to rest.
Okay, I do all of these things.
Wonderful. Wonderful. And as you finish, the party feels as a whole not as oppressed in this area. It doesn't feel quite so oppressive.
Still feels a little bit oppressive?
Well, yes.
Okay. Maybe there's more we can do to make this area nicer.
Should we, dust?
We should sweep up. We really should.
Yeah. This place could
Use some
use
fresh flowers.
A plant. Here and
Need some
there.
good housekeeping.
Make sure you get the baseboards.
We're gonna go all house flippers on it.
Do a little feng shui.
Let's flip this 3,000-year-old factory into something worthwhile.
And there are absolutely hipsters that would love to live here. You know it. Don't front.
So now this is a proper burial site.
Yes. For her people.
Should we report to Al-Anon now?
I say yes.
Yes, Al-Anon. Should we go back by Pycon first?
What's in Pyken?
Oh, that was the
That was the fortress
Crimson.
where the Crimson left behind very few soldiers. Is that correct?
I thought I killed them all, but okay.
You did.
Did we properly search that for treasures?
No, because they were strictly there guarding Al-Anon's sword.
They still had an army until just recently.
I'm pretty sure I looted the corpses, so
Yep, you did.
we're good.
Okay, nothing there
Okay.
for treasures wise? Alright.
No, that actually was taken care of because they were specifically at that location to guard Al-Anon's sword.
Okay.
And that was the only reason they were there.
Which I'm not sure. I think I'm holding on to that right
Yeah, you have the sword of Shannara right now.
now.
Alright, so the party makes its way back to Al-Anon in Paranor. And he is looks like he's feeling much better. Alright. So he sees you guys come back and he goes, "Welcome back." You do notice that the scars on his body are fading and they are being transferred to his daughter.
Oh, interesting.
Didn't she take on... What did she do?
She did some ritual to.
And she used her own life force to
I
bring him
guess.
back to life? Am I remembering that correctly?
Mhm.
Okay.
She also used your violet elfstone, which you were told explicitly by Al-Anon never to use.
I thought it was the black elf stones that I was explicitly told never
Well,
to
you were
use.
told to. Because I don't believe you had the violet. I think she had them, if I remember correctly.
The violet ones amplify. I was not told never to use those.
Well, that was just the black one.
Yeah, I combined the violet ones with the black one, I believe.
Yes.
And we
With
used the
channel.
chromium.
So what you did is you combined the violet and the black with the channeling to heal with the...
Chromium. Wait.
He used his airbending to drive an allomatic spike through his daughter into Al-Anon to reawake him.
And then the chromium...
That seems like a bad idea.
It does,
It does seem like a bad idea.
And then we used the chromium to nullify...
So the chromium was used to fix and fuse the black elfstone that broke
Okay.
after you had driven the allomatic spike through the two bodies.
I remember that we were really worried this was just gonna kill everybody everywhere.
With good reason, to be fair.
We have the best ideas. Okay. Alright, so, greetings, Aladon.
Yes, Nasvana.
So, we killed the Crimson. Well, actually, the Warlock Lord killed the Crimson, and then we killed the Warlock Lord. And then we put a bunch of bodies to rest.
You did a very wonderful job. I'm very proud of you, my young protege.
Are you okay?
I am tired,
Understand.
and I am going to be going to sleep.
Oh, that's right.
Good, you do remember. I am going to be going to sleep, and I will be asleep for probably the next 1,000 years.
Damn it.
But my daughter will be taking my place, and will help you along your journey. She is very ambitious and steadfast. I have faith in her.
Okay.
Oh my god, an NPC party.
She will not be coming with you. Well,
I thought you said that she was going to help us.
she is going to help you from here, like I have been.
Before you go to sleep,
We can't leave.
I keep
what can you tell me about the Elcrease?
Oh, well, the Elcrease currently holds back the demons that are in the other world. It's not slated to fall for another 3,000 years. So,
Okay.
it's in no danger. Now that the Warlock Lord is dead.
Oh, okay.
If he was still alive, he would kill the Elcrease and release the demons. And then we would have a problem.
Because we don't already have any problems.
More than we normally would have.
Okay, alright, yeah.
But this world is good now, right?
Yeah.
Alright.
The Elcrease was the tree.
Is the tree.
Is
Or is.
Yes.
Is there anything else in this world that I should know about before you go to sleep?
Yes. I'm going to give. I believe your thief has my sword.
Yeah, that's right. I give it to him.
Wonderful. I am going to miss this sword, but it is time it goes to someone far more worthy. He hands it to you.
Aha!
You are now the sword of Shannara bearer.
Okay.
He has other grave paths in front of him.
Oh, come on. I did that behind his back.
It is Alanon. He can hear everything. But use that sword wisely. It will serve you very well, and it will never need sharpening and will never dull.
Good.
What are the stats of that sword?
I'll let you know here in a second.
Okay.
I actually have them in my original notes on my Google Plus. I don't want you guys to see it.